Hello everyone, welcome to Code and today we'll discuss the topic error handling in this session. And we have seen the slide presentation part, how we do error handling, and now we'll see the implementation. So starting with, we will mention the topic error handling in Python. Now starting with the definition, error handling is the process of gracefully managing the error or exceptions in a program so that it doesn't crash unexpectedly. Unexpectedly. Now Python uses the try except block to handle error. Python uses the try except block to handle error. Now for the syntax for error handling, we'll see that first of all we have try, then we'll have the code that might raise an error, code that might raise an error, and then we have the except block, code to run if error happens, code to run if error happens. Okay. And some error here. Now we also have optional for that. We can use the else block, that is the code to run if no error occurs. Code to run if no error occurs. And finally, code that runs no matter what. Okay. Now we'll see the example with implementation part. So we'll start with the basic try except block. Basic try except block. Now suppose we have try and I will say x is equal to 10 divided by 0. Now for this block of codes or the line of code, we know there is a zero division error. So we'll say except zero division error. Okay. And print you can't divide by 0. So we know the error will happen in the try block for the code x is equal to 10 by 0. We know the zero division error will occur. So for the except block, we mention the error, that is the zero division error, and when we print the message, you can't divide by 0. In this way, we can handle the error. If I had just run x is equal to 10 divided by 0, what would have happened? We would get the zero division error. It is the division by 0. So to handle that, we use the except block, try and except block. We mentioned the error, that is the zero division error, and we print you can't divide by. Now we'll see how we could catch multiple exceptions. So next one is catching multiple exceptions. First of all, we'll say with try num equal to int of hello. Okay, and result we have 10 divided by 2. And then in except block, we'll say value error. Print will show that invalid number. And we'll also accept zero division error, division by 0. when we run this code, it shows invalid number. If we try num equal to int of hello, and then we print num, what it shows? Value error. Now we have mentioned this error in the except block, value error, and we'll print the invalid number. So we got the error. So we have included multiple exceptions here for value error, whereas also for zero division error. Now here, as we got the value error, first of all, we got the invalid number error. And what if I had done this? We got the zero division error, and this way we can handle using multiple exceptions, and we can catch those. Now we'll see in the next one how we could use else and try. Next is using else and try. Else with try, and we'll see result equal to 10 divided by 2. Okay, then we'll mention the except block for zero division error, and we'll print error occurred, or else we will print result is, and we'll print the result. So for 10 divided by 2, zero division error will not occur. So this was not executed, but else block has been executed, which is the result, that is 10 divided by 2 is. So we can use by using else with try. You can also see and execute the code which does not get any error. This way we can try except plus else block. Now we'll see using finally, next one, using finally. First we'll mention the try x is equal to 5 divided by 1. Okay. Now we'll see the except block print some error occurred, and finally we'll say this block will always run. This block always run. Well, we did not get an error because we can divide 5 by 1. So except block will not be executed, and we got the finally block which tried to print the statement which we have mentioned. That is, this block always run. Now we'll see how to catch any exception. You guys can try different examples here using different code here. So in some part to include the zero division error, like 10 divided by 0, and see what will happen here. In this case, we tried the int of string value which was not there, so value error was what we are getting. And the next part is catching any exception. Catching any exception. First of all, we'll say try undefined variable, undefined variable, and we'll say exception as e print 4 times error. That is the e. And when we run this, we have caught an error, and we have got the name of the undefined variable which is not defined here. So in this way, we can catch an exception as in what variables we have problems. Now in this case, we had not defined the undefined variable. So we need to catch the error, that is the undefined variable is not. So next we'll see custom error raising. Fifth is custom error raising. Check age, and we mention the age here. If age is less than 0, we will raise an value error. And we'll mention age cannot be negative, right? Have you heard any age which is less than 0? So cannot be. So we will mention age cannot be negative. And while I mention check age, I mentioned 25. We'll see we did not got any error. But when I say check age and I mention -5, what will happen? We got an error that is the value errors, and we mentioned the custom error, that is the age cannot be negative. So in this way we can mention the custom error raising. For any specific error we need to get caught or to mention what was the problem. That here we have mentioned the negative age, and so where value error we got that age cannot be negative. Now we'll see handling file error. Next is handling file error. Try. So we'll say with open non-existent file dot txt. Okay, txt, and we'll try to read it. So r as f data is equal to f dot read, and we'll accept block. We'll mention the error here. File not found error. I will mention wait, the file doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. When we run this, we got the error. It is the file doesn't exist. This way we can handle file error. Now in the best practices, use specific exceptions like value error, type error instead of general except block. And we can use finally to clean up code. Example, closing the files or database connection. And we should avoid using bare except unless you truly need to catch any possible error and raise custom errors using. Now we'll summarize the content which you have learned in this session. Summary. First of all, we have try, which will code that might raise an error. Code that might raise an error. Then we have the except, handles the error if it occurs, handles the error if it occurs. Then we have the else, which runs if no error occurred, runs if no error occurred. Then we have the finally, that will always run, and it is used for cleanup. Used for cleanup. And then we have the raise, which raises your custom error. Raises your custom error. So I hope you guys understood, and you can try different errors here and see how we could handle this error. Now you can try writing your own function that handles division by zero or invalid input, that is converting to integer, or a custom error if number is. So I hope uh, we are uh, we are clear about the topic, that is the error handling, and I will see you in the next session with the new topic. Till then, bye.